It's a question to all of you. To all of you that is listening to the sound of my voice. Who is a good friend? Thank you very much. Let us explore this properly before we continue. Do you understand my point? I want us to explore and look at it. Someone that you can trust. And if I think I also trust you, you keep each other's secret. Very good. Before we continue this conversation, I want you guys to take a book. I want you to take a book, take a pen, and I want you to, divide the book into two. Not divide it, just divide the section into two. Divide in the middle, make a division of it. And that middle that you've made a division, make admire and write desire. So on the left side of the column is admire. On the right side of the column is desire. Do you understand what I'm saying? On the left side of the column is what? Admire. And on the left side of the column is desire. What do you admire in a good friend? Cam says someone that is honest, transparent, reliable. Whatever it is that you admire in a good friend, I want you to also write it in the desire. In the desire. So, who is a good friend? What makes a person a good friend? How do we recognize a good friend? You see, we live in this society whereby every one of us, we want to be considered as a good person. We live in this society where every one of us, we want to be considered as a good person. And being a good person is something that we hold very, very strongly. And holding this very strongly, we don't want anything that is going to affect this, holding. But if we really look at it properly, what do we really look for? What do we really look for? If I ask you, who is a good friend? You say, Kelly Price says, someone who supports, cares, respects you, though through both good and challenging times. Yes, that is good. These are all good points you guys have mentioned. But this is called the expectation that you have of the person. This is called what? The expectation that you have of the person. It is not what you are to the person. Are you understanding? It is not what you are to the person. It is the expectation that you have of the person. Just like Eve says, I love my friend because she loves herself and keep her secret. Yes. These are desires, admiration that you have of the person. But you must also understand that which you admire in people is what you lack in yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? That which you admire in people is what you lack in yourself, which then becomes your desire. So you admire a friend that is truthful, tells you as it is. A friend that loves themselves because it is what you desire inside of yourself. You desire to be truthful. You desire to love yourself. You desire to keep secret to yourself. So when people say, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are, birds of the same feather flocks together. This statement, we've heard it many times. It's practically basically what one or the other, we have repeated it to people. And because we have repeated it to people one way or the other, excuse me, this becomes many of our own internal shortcomings. What you admire in people is what you desire in yourself, which means it is what you lack in yourself. And because it is what you lack in yourself, it is what you constantly also find fault at in other people. The ancient teachers, the ancient philosophers, the ancient, masters that have walked the surface of this earth have said it countless of times. Most of the irritation, most of the unhappiness that you have relating to people is also what you lack or what you extremely desire inside of yourself. And because it is what you lack and what you desire in yourself, you project it as a fault in other people. And because you project it as a fault in other people, it then becomes our source of internal and external struggle. It becomes what? Our internal and external struggle. And until you are truly able to differentiate and truly say, what is the characteristics that makes a person a good friend? Until you truly differentiate it and see it properly, you will confuse sentimental emotions for genuineness. And this is where many of us, we fall, a lot of people actually falls victim to this, where we confuse sentimental, emotions, to genuineness. Until and the day you actually stop confusing the sentimental emotions of people to be genuine and truly see for what it is, then only then will life, circumstance, the people, your vision of the people, your understanding of the people, only then will it actually start changing. So, who is a good friend? There are 7 aspects to look at this. And I want you to write down. A good friend is not a slave to eating and drinking. Who is a good friend? A good friend is not a slave to what? Drinking, eating, sleeping, and sex. Anyone that you have in your life that is a slave to drinking, eating, sleeping, and sex, it's not yet a good friend. Now, I want you to listen with intelligence, not with emotion. Intelligence, not with emotion. For you must understand that the nature of your friend influences you. If you have a friend that is addicted to eating, sleeping, drinking, you will also fall into that category. You will also do what? Fall into that category. So a good friend is not a slave. Do you understand? Listen, and I want you to write it down. A good friend is not a slave to drinking, eating, sleeping, sex, and what? What is the other point? He's also not a slave to idleness. To what? Is not a slave to idleness. Do you understand what I mean by idleness? What is idleness? When I say a person is always idle, what does it mean? When I say a person is idle, always idle, what does it mean? Please, what are the English people here? Where are the English people? Waste time, lethargic, yes. So a good friend is not a slave to sleeping, is not a slave to eating, is not a slave to drinking, is not a slave to idleness. Why? Because otherwise he would be unable to do what is right. Any friend that you have that is a slave to sleeping, eating, drinking, sex, idleness, cannot do what is right for him or for you. Are you understanding? That is the first point. Should I repeat it all over again? Respectful greetings to you too, pretty many. Should I repeat it all over again to you? Should I repeat it all over again to you? A good friend, when you say, I have a good friend has character. There's characteristics to know who is actually a good friend. And until you observe these characteristics in that person, you cannot say this is a good friend. So what is a good friend? Who is a good friend? He is not a slave to sleeping. He is not a slave to eating. He is not a slave to drinking. He is not a slave to lust, to sleep, to idleness. Why is he not a slave to this? Because otherwise he will not be able to do what is right for either himself or for you, his friend. A person that cannot do what is right for themselves cannot do what is right for you. A woman, a man that cannot do what is right for themselves cannot do what is right for you, cannot give you an advice on what is right for yourself. And hence, you must be mindful. The second point is that what? A good friend is not a spendthrift. A good friend is not a spendthrift. For when you have a friend that spends a lot, that is a spendthrift, it will always put you in inconvenience. Do you understand what that means? What does it mean? A good friend is not a spendthrift. Mm. He is not a spendthrift because if he's a spendthrift, he will always beg for you. Anyone that always begs from you, from his companion, will always make you uncomfortable. So a good friend is a friend that knows how to manage his own expenses, his expenditure. Does not spend anyhow, but knows how to manage his what? His expenditure. He's not a spendthrift. For if you have a friend that is a spendthrift, he will always be begging his companion for money, borrowing from them without being able to pay them back. So a good friend is not a spendthrift. And you also, if you want to be a good friend to people, do not be a spendthrift. For when you become a spendthrift, you will borrow and you are not going to be able to pay back. So being mindful. The third point. Do you know why if you have a friend that always spend and always borrow money from you, you will start resenting him? If you have a friend that always spend money, you will start resenting the person. Even if the person is your child. Even if the person is your child. If many people say, well, me, I don't have friends, just like I received here, my friends are my children. Yeah, very good. Even if the person is your what? Is your child. If your child spends money anyhow and does not know how to use money and always keep taking money from you, you will start detesting the person. It's natural. It's a natural thing that happens in the mindset of people. When people ask you again and again, when people ask you money again and again, you start detesting that person. Irrespective if whether they are family members. And this is one of the reasons why many people detest family members, because they ask again and again. It is natural. It's a natural psychological thing that happens in the head of people. And you also, if you keep asking money from people again and again, people will naturally detest you. People will naturally detest you. So learn to be mindful of how you spend. Spend on what is necessary and what is important. And if you do take money from your friend, even if it's low or you are not able to immediately pay it back, but be truthful to them so that they see your condition and they know that, okay, yes, you will not take their money and run away with it. This is important. A good friend is not entitled to your money. You are my friend, so if I take your money, what is the problem? Are you not my friend? No, a good friend is not entitled to your money. Neither are you entitled to his money. Do you understand? A good friend is not entitled to your money. Neither are you entitled to his money. Hey, it's my friend's money, I can use it, no problem. Many people, we don't like people to be entitled to our money, but we feel entitled to other people's money. Am I making sense to you? Are you listening to me with intelligence, not with emotion? Please listen with intelligence and not with emotion. It is important. Is not entitled to your money. Neither are you entitled to his money. A good friend is not greedy. He's not a greedy businessman. Do you understand? A good friend is not a greedy businessman trying to make money by exploiting the people that is close to him. All right. Hi, Lakshman. A good friend is not a greedy businessman trying to exploit the people that is under him. But there's nothing like a good friend. There is. It is because there's so many of these characteristics inside of you. That is why you are not seeing it. And hence, because it is what is inside of you, the kind of person you are, that is who you attract. If you naturally are cautious of how you spend, you will also attract people that are cautious of how they spend. A good friend, whether he is a religious, many people take friends in religious figures. Many people take friends in religious figures and say, well, this religious person, I've accepted this person to be my friend. You know, we take refuge in them. But this here, the ancient teacher says, a good friend, whether he be a religious figure, he not be a religious figure, is not a greedy business person that exploits the people that is under him. Do you understand what it means to exploit the people that is under him? Or that exploit the people that is close to him? Do you understand what it means to exploit the people that is close to you? Hello? Are you hearing? Do you understand what it means to exploit the people that is close to you? So a good friend is not a greedy businessman trying to make money by exploiting his acquaintance, whether they are junior to him or they are up above him or they are people that looks up to him. He's not trying to do what? Exploiting his acquaintance without doing anything for them in return. And this is one of the reasons why many people feel cheated by religious teachers and religious leaders. Because most often they don't have friends personally, so they put faith on religious people or religious leaders or religious fathers. There are many people that say, oh, Sukadeva, you are my father. Or when people talk to me, like, hey, Baba, or father, yes, daddy. I don't really like when people say that, but it is the truth. To exploit a person without doing something for them is terrible. So one must be very mindful. And if you want to be a good friend, do not exploit the people that is under you or that is acquainted to you. Do not exploit the people that is acquainted to you without doing something for them in return. Number 4, a good friend is not obsessed with succeeding on his own. A good friend is not obsessed with succeeding on his own. There was a situation that happened some years ago here in Mauritius. There were two friends. They went to the same school together. They got married at the same time together. And they happened to have the same spiritual teacher. This happened here in Mauritius. They went to school together at the same time. They got married at the same time. And they had the same spiritual teacher. So basically, their life, they shared a lot of things together. One day, one of the friends got a job interview. Listen. One of the friends got a job interview and said, this is my job. I told the other friend that I've gotten a job interview. So I'm going for the job. This is the place that I got the interview. Please listen. I'm sorry. It is funny, but it's particularly part of the point. I've gotten a job interview. This is the place I got the interview. So pray for me. So this friend, the one that got the interview, went for the interview, got everything right in the interview. Got everything right in the interview. And then came back. They said, the interviewer said, very nice, you've gotten everything right. We are done. Just wait, we're going to call you. So went back. Waiting 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 1 week. The people did not call the friend. And all of a sudden, the other friend that this friend told, I got an interview in this place, so I'm going for this interview here. All of a sudden said, I've gotten a job. Or did not actually say, started going to work, but did not inform the friend where the person got the job. So this friend was like, how is it that my friend is going to work, but is hiding from me where he's working? Why is this my friend hiding from me where he is working? What is the problem? But I told him that I was going for a job. I told everything, but why is it that this person got the job, which is my friend, but he's hiding? He's not wanting to tell me where the person got the job. So, after some time, this friend that went to the interview in that place, that was told, you've gotten everything right, went back there. And guess what? What do you think the friend saw walking? What do you think the friend saw walking? He saw his own friend that he told about the job, working that job. And he was like, how? I was the one that got the job. So how is it that you that did not go for the... How? What happened? Then later on, it came to be told that when this friend went for the interview, after getting everything right in the interview, this other friend went to that same place and basically reduced the qualification of his friend. Do you understand what it means? Basically reduce the qualification of the friend, and basically badmouth the friend. I have more. This person does not know anything. I have more experience than this person. And using the connection that the person have of my relative work in that same sector. You see, this friend did not have any relative that work in that company. But when this friend told this one that I got a job interview in this company, so I'm going for it. Then this one said, oh, I have a relative that worked there. So instead of helping the friend to get the job, he went there, talked to the relative, and pushed himself to get the job. Even though the qualification was for the friend has passed the interview, the friend has actually been selected, but because of the connection that he has to that sector, to that particular position, they pushed the friend away and they put him there. So the job of the friend, he started doing it. But due to shame, you see, many of us, the reason why we don't behave nice, why shame, due to shame, that this is what I have done, the person started hiding it from the friend and started going for the job and was not even letting the friend know that they have gotten the job. Shame. So a good friend is not obsessed with succeeding in his own career, that he has no time to stay with his friends. No matter how busy you are, make sure you create time to hang out with your friends. Many of us, when we start working, we ignore our friends. I don't have time for them. I'm busy with work. No. A good friend is not so obsessed with succeeding that he ignores just hanging out with his own friend. Many of us, over the course of I want to improve my career, I want to be better in my career, we have ignored hanging out with people that were before with us before we get that job. The day you start ignoring those friends, the day you start ignoring those friends and you start focusing so much on your career, that day life will start turning you upside down. And guess what? When you are going to need help, when you are going to need help, when you are going to be in difficult emotional trauma, those friends will also ignore you. Don't be so busy working that you don't have time to hang out with your friends. Don't be so busy. Are you understanding? Don't be so busy working that you ignore hanging out with your friends. It is also the same thing with your family members. Don't be so busy working that you ignore having how do you call it? Having a little moment with family members or your family. For the day you become so busy working and not creating a little time to hang out with your friends, that day life start becoming very difficult for you. You will start becoming frustrated. Do you understand, my friends? Please, are you hearing me with intelligence, not with emotion? The reason why, my body is so tired, I'm so sick, I don't have energy, is because you are so busy working. You are so busy working, you are not hanging out with your friends. Hanging out with friends serves as a what? It serves as a toxin, as a distressor for you. Don't be so busy trying to make money that you don't have time to hang out with friends. The day you become so busy making money that you don't have time to hang out with your friends, that day, from that moment onward, your life start becoming miserable. You start becoming offensive. You will start finding fault in people. You will start finding fault in people. You will start having a lot of sicknesses in your body that would not be there before. Who is a good friend? Is a friend that makes time to hang out with you no matter how busy or how difficult their job is, but they still make time to hang out with you. That is a good friend. So ask yourself, am I a good friend? You need to ask yourself. We want people to be good friends to us, but are we good friends to people? You need to truly ask yourself this question. We want people to be good friends to us, but are we truly good friends to people? It is important. And that is number, I said, I've given you the principles. No matter how busy you are, make time to hang out. Make time. Even if it is once a month, it's okay. Once a month, hang out with your friends. For this culminate into living a healthy life. It culminates into what? Living a healthy lifestyle. And you will live longer. Do you know the reason why your ancestors live longer than many people in this day and age? You want to know? Whatever work you are doing right now, it is not when it concerns the effort and amount of energy, it is not the same as the ones your ancestors did. Your ancestors did more physical labor. You are doing a little mental labor with your job. You sit in your office, whatever you're doing is practically supported by computer. But your ancestors live far longer than you. Because no matter how heavy, how busy, make time to hang out with your friends. Make time to hang out with your friends. Don't be so busy working that you don't have time to hang out with your friends. For the day you become so busy working and you don't have time to hang out with your friends, that day, sicknesses start coming upon you. Mental problem start coming upon you. Unnecessary disturbances start coming upon you. Your life start becoming miserable and you start becoming inimical towards people. Do you understand? A good friend is not quarrelsome. A good friend is not quarrelsome. He does not fight with people. He's not always looking to fight with people. For if you have a friend that is quarrelsome and takes offense easily with people, he will make you an enemy of many people. Avoid such a person. And if you are naturally very quarrelsome, if you are naturally very quarrelsome, you take words people say, you take it easily and instantly you want to react and you want to fight, you will make an enemy of people, and you will also try to make your friends to become the enemy of those people. If you have such a person, avoid them. If you are such a person, your friends also should avoid you, because you will make them to be enemies of people that they don't even offend. Which means a good friend is not the one that complains about people all the time. Do you see what this person did to me? Did you see what this person said to me? Did you see how this person looked at me? Did you see what this person said? Any friend that you have that says things like this and pours things like this upon your head will make you to start hating people that have never done anything to you. When we say quarrelsome and likes to fight, most often it is not the physical fight. So it is a fact. Most often we think a friend that is quarrelsome and who always like to fight, or who is always looking for a fight, most often is not the physical exchange of blows. It is also that friend that likes to pick the words of people and overanalyze it. Do you understand? Any friend that likes to pick the words of people and overanalyze it and say, why did this person say like this? What is this person? Oh, this person is insulting me? Or is this person saying this about me? What is this person indirectly trying to mean? Or that gets easily offended by the words of people, that get easily disturbed by the words of people. If such a person is your friend, they will make you an enemy of people that you should not have been an enemy of. And this here, I'm telling you, is the source of many problems. Many of you are an enemy to people that have not even offended you, but you are an enemy to them because your friend does not like them. Do you understand? Many are enemies to people because someone, which is their friend, said something to them, and by that they become inimical to people that have not even done anything to them. If you ask them, what did this person do to you? I don't like, my friend does not like this person, so me, I also don't like the person. You are not a good friend. You are not a good friend. For a good friend is the one that helps his friend to see the truth, not the one that supports the mental instability of his friend. Are you understanding? A good friend is the one that helps you to see the truth, not the one that supports your mental instability or your mental fear and mental insecurity. Many of us, we have friends that, that are mentally insecure. Excuse me. Many of us, we have friends that are mentally insecure. They are mentally insecure. And because they are mentally insecure, they push that mental insecurity upon you. And you also start becoming mentally insecure. There are people that you have heard something about, and you start disliking that person just because your friend said something about that person. Do not dislike a person. And this is one of, I don't know why, I think it was last year that I wrote down the 32 laws for Sukhavani Yoga Foundation. I was actually very high when I wrote that law. When I mean high, I was very, very, high mentally when I wrote that law. And which law is it? Anybody that is a member of Sukhavani here? Is anyone of you a member of Sukhavani here? If you're a member of Sukhavani, there is a law that I wrote. I think, is it the 5th law? Or is it the 4th law? We can remember. It is a law that says, do not hate your friend for a slight fault. Which law is that? Where are the members of Sukhavani? Do not hate your friend for a slight fault. Do not hate your friend for a slight fault. Many have hated people or says they don't like people for a slight fault. Number 6. Yes, thank you, Mr. Akos. Do not hate your friend for a slight fault. When I mean friend, it goes to people also. Do not hate people for a slight fault. Why did this person talk to me like that? Why did this person look at me like that? Why did this person say this word? What does this person mean? Africans. What does this person mean? Blacks. What does this person mean? Why is this person speaking like this? It's directly pointing at me. Do not hate your friend for a slight fault. For when you naturally like to find fault in people, you see, the fault you find in people is naturally your own insecurity. And because you have that natural insecurity in you, it is what you see in people. What you lack in yourself is what you find fault on in people. If you lack truthfulness in yourself, it will be easy for you to see people that lies. Because you yourself, you are not truthful. If you lack insincerity in yourself, it will be easy for you to see people that are insincere, because it is what you lack in yourself. And it is also what you will get offended with people about. If you naturally are judgmental, it is what you are also going to see in people. I'm going to speak this out. A few weeks, last week, we were having our personal meeting and we're doing our meditation. And in doing our meditation, friend was saying something. I was feeling insecure. You see, that insecurity that you lack is what you will project outside, and hence you will always be thinking and seeing that people are looking at me in this way. So be very mindful of a person that tells you this is what this person is doing. See how that person reacted. What does this person mean? Why is this person like this? Be mindful of such a person, for they corrupt you. And you also do not corrupt people. Do not hate your friend for a slight fault. Of everything, whatever you're gonna do, do not hate anybody for a slight fault. Now, what is a slight fault? They did not call me. They did not greet me. They ignored me. They did not respect me enough. All of this are your own mental insecurity. And it is easy to pour your own mental insecurity upon people and demand it as a respect. The last one. A good friend does not accept anything without reciprocating it. A good friend does not accept anything without paying it forward. Which also means when people do good for you, do it also back to them. When people do good for you, do good by you, do it also back to them. Do you understand? These are the characteristics of a good friend. This is how you know a good friend. It is important. All right, I'm going to stop here. Any question for me? I'm going to stop here also on Facebook. The class is going to be on Facebook. I will try to upload it there. Now I'm open to your questions on TikTok. I don't know if there's any question here on Facebook, but if there is, please come to TikTok and ask me. To be easy. Okay? Ciao.